Hear from the creator of ATMv3 how he was compelled to build his own marketing ecosystem from the ground up. Learn how you can use this amazing tool to reach your own email freedom. Whether you're a veteran marketer or a relative newcomer, you'll learn the key challenges and how to deal with each one. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hi, my name is Leopardo and I want to share a very personal story with you. Then I will share with you what I believe is the biggest breakthrough in email marketing ever. No, not just in email marketing, but in online marketing in general. This is how and why I build my own unique mailing system and how you can take advantage of all my hard work. Okay, let me start with the reason why ATM even exists. So just 7 short years ago, I was working at 3 jobs in Israel, Tel Aviv. In case you were wondering about my accent, that's where I came from. So it was tough. I had a newborn twins and I felt tons of responsibility to provide for them a good lifestyle. I worked hard, very hard. Don't get me wrong, no complaints here. I do whatever it takes every time. Now, to relax, I used to play video games. One night I got an email about how to unlock feature in my game, a cheat sheet. I clicked the link, filled out my info and made payment for $7. After a minute I got in my email a PDF and then I went to bed. But I couldn't sleep. My brain keeps spinning non-stop. Why? Because it suddenly hit me. Someone on the other side of the world got paid out of thin air. We didn't speak, we did not even know each other. He made money on autopilot. Suddenly I was hooked. I had to do this too. I'm sure you too can relate and have had a similar aha moment. Maybe you are currently marketing online and doing well, or maybe you are just starting out like I was back then. It doesn't matter. Listen carefully to what I'm saying here, you will be glad you did. Okay, back to my story. So I got involved in email marketing, not just in a small way either. I built it up to thousands of dollars per day in income just from selling traffic. How was I doing it, you ask? I took the easy route. At least that's what I thought it was then. I used ESPs, email service providers. You know who they are: Mailchimp, GetResponse, Aweber, etc. Now, don't get me wrong, they are good to use for corporate stuff. Maybe, but not so good for bulk email marketing. Now, the mailing was going along very well when suddenly this happened. I got shut down. Not just 1 or 2 accounts, 6 accounts, all in one day. All that revenue came to a complete stop. No income coming in at all. But that's not the worst of it. You see, I sold traffic and my client paid upfront in advance. Well, when I got shut down, guess what? I couldn't fill these orders that were paid for. And since I was consistently reinvesting back into my business, there was no extra money in the bank. I had to dip into savings and credit cards to return the payments. I had gone from making a lot of money to having no money. Actually going in the hole overnight. They actually arbitrarily made some changes and decide that they do not want my type of business volume. No notice, no warning, no nothing. They just closed all my accounts and that's it. Oh, and by the way, that was right after I paid for the next month. Insane. Now, I won't go into all the emotions that were going on inside of me then, but I will tell you this. I literally did not speak for 24 hours. Words could not come out of my mouth. I was absolutely numb and crushed. So what did I do? Well, first of all, I cried. Then I promised to myself to never be held hostage by another email service provider again. I had to do this for myself and for my family. So the journey begins. I created a list of all the features of all the various providers that I liked and all the things that I didn't like. Basically, I made a list of all the things that I would like to see in the perfect mailing system. Then I went to work and started developing. Along the way, I added team members and we discovered even better ideas to make it the finest marketing platform that anyone can use. Not just for email, but for your whole online marketing needs. I call it ATM. ATMv3 to be exact. Yes, we have already made 3 significant updates. By the way, you get all the updates for free no matter how high the price will be. I spent years developing it and tens of thousands of dollars and still investing every month to create new features and improving the system. If you do bulk email marketing, you know it's a never-ending process with all the changes that Gmail, Yahoo and the rest are doing on a weekly basis. ATMv3 was made exactly as I, an experienced mailer, wanted built. No detail or feature was left out. I had it built exactly as I wanted for my own use. But I also made it with newbies in mind. See, instead of making long videos about all the features, I decided to make several short ones. That way you decide what you want to see next. It's your freedom. Oh, and by the way, that's also exactly how I designed the ATM video course as well. Short, to the point, without all the BS. So go ahead and watch these featured videos. You are going to like what you see, I promise. Here I want to give you a broad overview of some of the main components of the ATM system. And I will be revealing some key mailing techniques to you that you may already know or you not even heard about before. Over the past few years, I have developed some unique strategies that are not being used anywhere else. Even if you decide not to use my system, though I can't see why you wouldn't, you will learn some mailing methods that no one else will tell you. First of all, I want to say that it's been my mission to simplify what used to be a super complex task and make them so easy that even beginners can do them. When I started out, I did not know any of the technical lingo and sure did not know how to actually do any of it. But I dug in and spent hours and hours learning it. I hunted down the developers non-stop with my question until they gave up and showed me their secrets. I paid them a lot to do these things until I could master it myself. Thousands and thousands of dollars went into their pockets to do things that look ridiculously difficult to me in the start. Well, the good news for you is I took everything, all the crazy geeky stuff, and automated it for you. Now it's simple as filling an online form. You just need to enter your information of the domain and your server, and Shazam, my ATM system takes over and does all the hard work. The developer normally charge you around $250 per single install. And that's if they actually will deliver you the server. Now please, don't misunderstand me. This is not a magic pill solution. There are a lot of moving parts to this machine. You will have to be focused and zero in on what we are doing. The technical terms are still there, but I go over them in the training and simplify them. Yes, I also provide full and clear instruction on each step in the training that is included within ATM. You will literally watch over my shoulder as I go through everything, right from registering domain names, ordering server, and setting up your master and slave server. I do it right in front of your eyes, explaining each step along the way. By the time you are finished setting up, you will give yourself a pat on the back and say, well done. You are going to be proud of yourself. Just to be clear, the main goal is not to teach you all the techie stuff. No, it is to make you a mailer, and a good one. Not only this though, when you work with me, you actually get access to me and gain all the benefits and all the connections and deals that I have made in this space over the years. If you already do self-hosted email marketing, you surely know how difficult it can be to find a server company that will even allow mailing. And if they do, they will charge you a premium for that privilege. Not to mention that they will suspend you on the slightest infraction. Sometimes I think they even hope for you to mess up so that they can take the server back and keep your money. But not with the provider that I will connect you with. Oh, yeah, did I mention that I hook you up with the same deals that I get for servers and IPs and all the other resources? Well, I do. Okay, let's look at the feature. They are broken into 4 different videos so you can understand each one separately. Once you go through them, you will see and understand how everything fits together like a glove. Let's start. This is where normally most mailers would be lost before they even started. All those moving parts that we just mentioned are dealt with here. Instead of paying outrageous fee to a developer, you simply take the info that you would have to provide to him anyway and enter it onto my system. Then the ATMv3 system takes over and does all the hard work for you. It's simple, but it's brilliant. You are going to love this. Listen, this was an area I struggled with initially when setting up self-hosted systems. And I might have given up, but I saw that there were other guys that can make it work. So I kept investigating and digging until it paid off. One of the biggest challenges was the high cost to get an install done. As I said, this developer would charge like $250 per install just to set it up. And if you know me, you know that I don't like to do things in a small scale. You know that. So just to set up 10 mailers could cost $2,500 for just install. And that's not even including the server or the extra IPs. And it would take them 24 hours or a couple of days to do it, and that's if they even know what they are doing. That was crazy. I had to find a way to automate this. And now you can enjoy the fruits of my hustle. Don't forget, I am in the trenches with you, mailing every day. I see the issues that can come up, and most of the time I will even resolve them before you will even know they were there. Here are some of the things that you will never have to deal with on your own again. Manual SMTP creation, manual DNS, DKIM, SPF, DMARC, ELO, TLS, PTR, email headers, and more. A lot more. This is all done for you under the admin automation feature set. Oh, but wait, there's more. Smart IP rotation with automatic IP warm-up, data import with MX Dripper, whitelisting your campaigns, maybe even smart scrubbing to clean your list. Well, all of that is also included and covered in the admin automation feature set. So make sure to watch it later and maybe take some notes because I will cover a lot of ground there. Okay, let me ask you a question. Which is better, to send the exact same message to all of your list or to send several different messages? I think you know the answer, but let it make it even more obvious. Which is better, to send a unique message that no other mailer is sending, or to send the same email that hundreds of other mailers are sending? Okay, I'm sure you know this one. It's pretty easy to understand what will work better, right? It is always better to send unique content. But how can you do that with a large list or even with a small list? Until now, there was not much of a way to do that. I mean, yes, you could rotate subject lines with some mailers or possibly a full message set. But with ATM, you have the power to create unlimited unique messages to your list. You can literally spin up unique messages to each recipient, not just the text either, but images, links, or even videos. Just think about the power that you now have at your fingertips. This is all designed to make you more efficient and more profitable. All the details are in the content layer video. Okay, let's talk about the Smart Tool feature set. You are going to love this. In this video, we will look at some very cool technology that will make your life so much easier. Once again, I've automated all the annoying tasks that all good mailers must do. Well, to be honest, I don't know if all mailers can even do these things manually. Probably not, but they should. For example, monitoring your sender reputation. ATM is seamlessly connected to a monitoring service that shows you all your soldiers' sending reputation and blacklist status at a glance. Not only that, every 24 hours it will automatically adjust the sending speed rate to each single IP from each single soldier based on that reputation. Cool, huh? Well, it's get even better. What if an IP is getting blacklisted or blocked at the ISP? Like, say, Gmail. The Smart Rest feature will kick in and temporarily pause messages to that ISP from that specific IP. It won't stop mailing on all of your other IPs or soldiers, only the specific IP that got blocked to the domain that actually blocked it. This combination will automatically wake up and start mailing again after 4 days. Smart, right? Let's go over to the next issue that most, if not all, mailers have. As you mail, you will have hard bounces. It's inevitable. Even the cleanest list or even an opt-in list will get them. What matters though is what you do with them. Bounce to black feature will immediately blacklist them across all your soldiers, so you will not mail to them again. This saves your reputation with that ISP and keeps your server safer. And guess what? It also added to your blacklist and clean it from your list automatically, even for the future. But once again, we went even further with this feature. We just talked about bounce to black. If the system detects a hard bounce, it will see it and will automatically get it blacklisted and no email will send to it, right? But what about when other mailers hit a hard bounced email? Wouldn't you want that to be added to your blacklist also? It's definitely a bad address and you do not want to send it, right? Wouldn't it be nice if you could get your list clean against all the hard bounces email from all the other mailers that are using my system? Well, you can. Each ATM soldier will report back to Smart Scrap system every 24 hours with all the new hard bounces and complainers. All ATMv3 clients will use each other hard bounces to help each other, saving money on email verification while protecting your domain and IP's reputation. This is only a few of many smart tools inside of ATM. Go to the Smart Monitor video to see all the details. I am excited to tell you about the reply blacklisting. Yes, offensive bad reply will trigger a blacklist for that email. I will also explain about inactive automation, auto IP warmup, and more. Keep watching. I'm about to reveal the Rocco method. For this, let's head back to my office.
Whatever it takes, 'cause I love the adrenaline in my veins.
Okay guys, we arrived to the office, house, same thing. Now, let me start by explaining about the Rocco method. I think this is one of the main features that you need to pay attention to, because we covered all the rest already, but one main thing you need to take really in consideration is how you segment your leads, because if you will not segment your leads, you cannot actually make good profit out of them. So the way we are working is the ROCO method stands for raw, open, click, and opt-in. What we are doing is, on a fully automated way, when you set up your campaigns in the raw list, you set them up in order for the recipient to actually open the email. That's your target, that's it in the start. You just want them to open. Once they open, you set up the automation to automatically move them to a different segment, to the opener segment. We are not copying them, we are moving them, okay? Increasing engagement. The system goes like that. From raw to open, if someone click, we move them also to the clickers list, and from there you can move them to the opt-in list, or you can set them directly to actually to an offer or something like that to convert them. So now they are hot and ready, they are warmed up, you can now send them your offer. That's exactly what you want to do, okay? Some leads will leapfrog the system, and instead of going through all the raw, open and click and everything, they will just leapfrog and click or whatever. That's okay, but you shouldn't look for shortcuts, because the more you will warm them up the right way, the more sales you will get. I think the higher EPC, the better value of your traffic. So in order to do that in an automated way, we created the ROCO method. And again, everything is super flexible for you. If you do not want to use that segment, you can use whatever you want. You can also segment list based on click or based on open. So what I'm saying is, you have no limits, because if you want to use something more than the ROCO method, you can. You can decide whatever you want. You can add lists based on the product you're promoting, or based on link people click. You can ask people yes or no, and based on that answer, you can actually make them opt into a list automatically, or move them to a different list, so they will start getting new campaigns. Okay, so we covered all the main feature set for ATM. Now let's dive into the sub features so you can understand every feature you have on your system, how to use it, and what this feature actually is doing. Let's go to the office and start working on everything. Now, in the meantime, you should know this video is interactive video, okay? You now will have 4 options on the screen to click and choose what is the next video section you want to see, okay? And if you want something cool like that to yourself, let me know. See you in the office.